Hi Star Babies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Gabriella. I make videos about self-care, lifestyle, home decor, skincare, astrology, and anything else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds interesting to you, please hit the subscribe button. Today's video, I am continuing my rising sign series, which is so highly requested. Y'all are constantly like, we don't want to see anything else, just the rising sign video. So here I am. Let's talk about Capricorn rising. I have my notes right here to keep me focused, okay? Okay. So Capricorn, as most of us know, is an earth sign, and that's the first thing I look at when I think of rising signs is the element. With earth signs, to me, they, when you have a rising sign that's an earth sign, you look a little more stable. You have more of a seriousness about your appearance. You do not appear delicate. I read that Capricorn risings are more on the thin side because of Saturn. It restricts your body from expanding, but really I know a lot of Capricorn risings that are very solid looking people. Maybe not as much as like, a barrel-chested, thick-necked, Taurus rising guy or something like that, but they are still very stable in appearance to me. They don't look delicate or like you could just break them. Earth sign risings tend to have thick hair, coarse hair. I'm a Virgo rising. I have extremely thick hair and it's pretty coarse. For Capricorn rising, I also always think of dark features. If you look at someone and it seems like they just have generally more saturated, darker features, it doesn't mean that they have hair the color of mine and they have eyebrows this dark and eyes that are black, but it might mean that if they're blonde, they have more of a rich tone to the blonde, or they have browner roots. If their eyes are blue, they're a darker, more intense blue, almost stormy. I have a friend who's a Scorpio, but he's a Capricorn rising, and his eyes are freaking nuts. Like, they are, if you actually get close to him, the pupil is so dark, and then it's blue, and then there's a ring of like navy, and it just looks like he's looking through you. And it really anchors his face because the rest of his features are on the fairer side, but the eyes are certainly totally piercing. Capricorn risings also have some pretty amazing eyebrows. They have either very bushy eyebrows or very, the hair is actually thick and coarse. They usually have statement thick eyebrows, and it's very amazing. The Capricorn rising face is extremely well constructed. It is the epitome of nice bone structure. Every single part of the face is strong. There's something statement about the bones. They are just, it's not the kind of face that disappears behind makeup or needs makeup to bring out the features. A lot of times Capricorn risings don't wear a lot of makeup, and that's for many reasons. Their bone structure, but also they might not have time because they're trying to do other things and it's not important to them. And it's kind of like the makeup will never wear them. They will just wear the makeup because they already have this amazing canvas to work with. Speaking of a Capricorn rising face, it's often said that Capricorn risings have the resting, grumpy face. Rather, I think that's just a seriousness. There's not like a nervousness to the face like there is with maybe a Virgo rising. There's not a sensitivity to the face. You don't really know what you're dealing with. This could be the meanest or the nicest person you've ever met. They don't have a face that's easy to read. And because they are ruled by Saturn, Saturn is the most serious planet and Capricorn is the most serious sign. So it often, if you have a Capricorn rising, it's going to manifest in this appearance of being very serious, but not in a nervous way, because Virgo rising can seem a little serious. Like, I know, like, when I'm not thinking, my brows are like this. And I'm like doing this and doing this. A Capricorn rising is just a boss, like a boss. They are a really tough rising sign. They are, like I said, they don't appear fragile, and in general as people they are very tough. It's kind of weird to call a human durable, but they're kind of durable. They can make it through tough situations. They don't mind if something's going to be hard but it leads them to their goal. They're not going to back down from it. They're not going to shy away from things because they might be hard. They're not a sign that's going to be deterred if someone says, well, it's not really an easy experience. It's not going to be quick for you to get that promotion. It's not going to be quick for you to get through med school, da 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 da. They're not the kind of people to be deterred from any of that because they just know that they can get through it. They know they're built for this. They're built for durability, kind of. So that's also what makes them have this sort of name that they do. Workaholics, or very into goal setting and things. They just know that they can get through the high stress, the high pressure ladder climbing and steps it takes to get to high pressure, high influential jobs that some people might not be able to handle. You know, if y'all get butt hurt, it's not my fault. But if we think of a typical Pisces, right? Like a typical Pisces being the CEO of a company that handles a lot of little accounts, millions and millions and millions of dollars, in my mind, I would probably choose a Capricorn CEO. I would probably think they would be more natural in that environment, because a Pisces is also hypersensitive, very interested in the feelings of others. And how is a Pisces as a CEO gonna be firing people left and right? A Capricorn can do that. A Capricorn knows that there's suffering and there's pain and all of that to get to the bigger picture. So yeah, they seem serious. They can seem cold and unemotional at times, but that's why that they are in some of the highest positions in the world and have this name for being major achievers. Also, because they're earth signs, I always know that earth signs are attached to the world we live in here. They're not so much thinking about, like a Pisces, thinking about the afterlife or thinking about, you know, the emotional past or anything. They are here right in the moment, right now, with all of the things, with all of the clothes, with all of the materials, with all of the things happening now. They're very much in the present. Down to earth people, you could absolutely call them. They often have a really great connection with their body. Just earth signs in general, I find, are very connected with their body, because of course this is the vessel that we go through this material world in. So Capricorns usually take care of their body. Sometimes they can be a little obsessive about what they eat or their workout routine. Rather than other signs, they might be a little more susceptible to that. Saturn is a pressure planet. It puts pressure on you. It puts borders and limitations on you. And so Capricorns are often hard on themselves. They can put limits on themselves. Oh, I don't want to travel. It's just not, I don't have the time. I don't want to take a vacation. I don't want to have the time. And a lot of you guys who are Capricorns or who have some Capricorn in your chart, you get mad at me for always saying you guys work hard, you're goal setters, da 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 da. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Capricorn, Saturn, this is what that sign and that planet tell us about Capricorns. So I wish I could say something else and expand into emotional worlds as far as Capricorns go, but Capricorns are not the sign to let everybody know how they function emotionally. So it's not like it's almost like mysterious. We don't have a lot of examples of Capricorns who are just emotionally open for the world to see, open books, emotionally falling apart. Saturn is putting those limitations on you, and it's often, I mean, in this society, right, we're taught that our careers are basically everything, unfortunately. So it could also be as a mom, a Capricorn might, or a father, a Capricorn might be very, very hard on themselves as a parent. They could be obsessive. They could overly plan for their child. They could, you know, be just never believing that they'll be enough or that they'll be the perfect parent. There are many different ways in which you could obsess or restrict yourself or put pressure on yourself. But that's the energy that I get from Capricorn. They're not naturally social people. I should say they don't need social interaction to recharge their battery or to feel good. Somebody like a Leo or a Gemini might need things like that. Like, I just need to go out to the bar, I need to talk to people, I need to dance, I need to be around people because my mojo is just off. And a Capricorn, that wouldn't be the way to like recharge them. They might enjoy that, but it would more be probably to kind of show status or just to spend time with their close friends. It's not really about doing small talk, social butterfly stuff. That's not a Capricorn rising. They can actually be loners and very secluded in the way that they work, and you know, they don't have that need for constant social stimulation. On the other hand, when a Capricorn rising is balanced, they know that they can socialize and have their alone time and not focus so much on just being alone all the time, because when they're alone, that's often the time that they're really, really hard on themselves, and you know, they really beat themselves up about, have I done enough work? Am I worthy of having everything I dream about? You know, they just kind of get into these very, very scary thoughts at times. Capricorn and Saturn influence can kind of promote a pessimist sort of attitude. Capricorns are not known for being optimists like a Sagittarius or even like a Leo. They are known because they're down to earth. They're also famous realists, you know, and realists are often skeptical, and they're often not, you wouldn't call them optimists. Like, everything will be fine. Well, it might not, we don't know, right? So it might actually be awful. It's just, then they're just like, I'm just keeping it real. They might not even notice that to other people they seem pessimistic, when really they're like, I'm just keeping it real. There's no point living in a fantasy world, right? They also tend to be very mature at a young age. They usually are not the type to need their parents to do their homework assignments, need their parents to remind them to do their chores or to take their homework to school, or be extremely disrespectful to a teacher or anything like that. They're usually really good at being around adults at a young age. Some kids you're just like, oh my gosh, you need to go to the playroom or something because you are just clearly so bored. But Capricorns are usually pretty good at holding their own from a young age, and they're perceived as very mature. On the other hand, that's also because they don't, and going back into the social thing, they're not known as like talkers. They are the ones that are usually kind of sitting back and listening and laughing, and will interject here and there, but they don't need to be talking constantly all the time, dominating the conversation, because that's not really where they shine. They don't feel like they shine in like a little group of people gossiping and talking about different things. That's not really, you know, they're big picture people. So if they're socializing, they're just kicking back and listening, you know, just chilling. They're also usually plan-oriented people, kind of like the other earth signs. They work well within structure and with a little bit of pressure and knowing a schedule for them. Even if they don't work in an office where there's a schedule, or if they're freelancers, it's very helpful for them to have a well thought out calendar, a well thought out daily routine, and just plans that they can stick to, so they feel like that pressure is taken off of them. They can also be kind of, well, not kind of, very stubborn and unadaptable when it comes to their routine, when it comes to where they live, when it comes to their beliefs. As earth signs in general, very stuck in their own opinions and their own ways of life. This is how I've always done things, and this is how I'm going to continue doing it. Usually it takes someone, maybe them falling in love with someone, to be able to open them to other possibilities and to learn how to have a little more fun, have a little more humor, maybe be more optimistic, travel more, break out of routine, things like that. It would really, I think most of the time, if someone is that, you know, deep in their stubborn attitudes, it usually, I'm a softie. I think love just melts everybody. So I think the right person coming into your life will bring all of the things you need. Not that you should wait for someone else, you know, to improve your life, but sometimes meeting someone else can show you, can really put the mirror in your face and show you, okay, this is actually what I'm dealing with. I thought I was being a realist and working towards my goals, when really I wasn't prioritizing myself. I was making myself sick by putting all this pressure on myself, and I'm kind of being pessimistic, and it's keeping me from making some amazing dreams come true. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes take somebody, whether you end up with them for life or not, to put the mirror in front of your face so you can really see what's going on. As far as appearance, they usually dress quite well on the conservative side. They look great, as any earth sign does, in natural fibers, in natural tones, in natural stones and metals and just things from the earth. And they tend to dress in dark colors because they also, I think it also comes from your wardrobe just being, it's easier when you have colors that are all in the same palette. You can just grab and go. A Capricorn rising wouldn't want to try on 15 different outfits every day just to make sure you find the right one. They're like, I need to be able to grab my pieces, know that I look great, and go do what I need to do. Again, the outfit is never wearing them. They are wearing the outfit. Capricorn rising really can't look sloppy. They look amazing in leisure wear. And I, on the other hand, I don't know what it is, as a Virgo rising, I think it just, like, it's too effortless for me and I need the control. I don't think I look very good in, like, going out in sweats and things like that. I just don't think I can't really pull it off, but Capricorns can really pull it off. Like, I knew a Capricorn who loved working out, and whenever she worked out, it was like a full outfit. Like, it was a cropped, like this, and then matching leggings, and then a matching scrunchie, and then the shoes would match. Like, it was awesome. Anytime she was in the gym, it was a full outfit, and that was so Capricorn. Like, this is perfect for me, this is calculated. She never looked sloppy. So they can wear leisure wear, but it's never gonna be like garbage, ripped, disgusting stuff, you know what I mean? Because they still have to maintain that control in some way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this installment in my Rising Signs series. I will talk to you very soon. And yeah, follow me on social media. I'll link it all down below. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye, guys.